Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. I hope that you are doing well. Hello Capricorn. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. My allergies, guys, today are hot and heavy. Let me fix this camera. There we go. Adjustments. Always making adjustments around here. So pardon the sniffles this morning. They're a little wild. Capricorn. Meditated for you guys this morning. There's a mix of messages coming through. They were interesting. So first thing that really stuck out to me that was odd, this is very specific, but I'm going to put it out there. Somebody's talking of getting a dog. Why that comes up, I don't know. I don't know some of the messages that come in. I just kind of chuckle. I've had some really strange things over the years. But there's also, to me, I also seen a white dog. So that could also be... to me, this could be you thinking about maybe like getting a new dog from, like, it's almost like you're reminiscing over a dog maybe that has passed. It would have been a white dog, stand up kind of ears, that kind of thing. I'm probably going to sneeze. But you may be contemplating getting a new puppy. But I feel this is heart space for you. And it's like time to kind of like move on from a loss at some point when it comes to a pet. You know, our pets become our family, you know, they become our kids, they become our, you know, grand doggies or whatever you want to call them. So that was one message. So that's particularly for somebody, I don't know who, but you know, discern them accordingly. But anyhow, separate of that, they talked about adjustments needing to be made and complacency. And there was another message in that, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But some interesting energies. It's like it's time to move forward somehow. I think you're recognizing the fact that things need to change, and maybe you've been sitting back in observation. My nose is itchy and everything, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like, anyhow. But it's like... you're aware that maybe the complacency of sitting back and observing for a while, I think it's time to get moving again. So we'll dive into the cards and see what comes up. I am so itchy this morning. I'm so sorry. You guys get me in real life form. Like, this is it. Like, I'm at home doing my thing. No frills, no fluff here. What you see is what you get. So it is what it is. Capricorn, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. This is your June 2023 reading. I am sorry that I did not get readings out more often in the month of May. May was crazy for me. I am back open and ready to roll for personal readings as well. So just, May was insane this year. Usually May is kind of like an in-between kind of month. Most years. This year it was just like, forget it. Everything was wild. I mean, look at this hair. That just not contemplates, but confirms the same, right? For those of you who have stuck around, like, shared, subscribed, and commented to the channel, I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I thank you very much for that, for your patience with me. It's always a privilege to sit down and be able to do this for you guys, so thank you for that. And then, cross-watcher, if you're tuning into this video, welcome to the channel as well. Both sides, always discern the messages accordingly, place the rules where they fit in your life, do not force them to fit. And what else? Personal readings are open. That information is in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. And you can check me out too at holisticallyzenwv.com. My metaphysical store, all the good things that I do other than this are on there, and all the other personal services that I offer can also be found on there, and a way to reach out to me too. So, all right, with that, let's get started, Capricorn. Let's see how these energies from the meditation stick out for you. We're 4:14 into this already. Time flies. All right. Feeling a little chatty, a little lighthearted today, so enjoy it while it lasts. All right, Spirit, for Capricorn for June of 2023. What do they need to know? I think that part of this, and I was kind of getting this during the meditation, but I wanted to see what came out in the cards. And remember, guys, rules can be reversed, so again, place these where they fit. You got an 8 and a 2, 35 or 20, a tall tale, a merry motive. The thing that stuck out to me is when you're sitting back and you're complacent, right? You're just kind of sitting back, got comfortable with whatever has been going on, just sitting back and observing. You recognize that what has been going on around you may not be the truth. I do feel like somebody has been telling lies. Spirit is saying dancing with the devil, and thank you, Spirit, for all that you give me while I do this. But it's like you may be dealing with somebody that's kind of puppeteering, sitting up on a high horse, kind of like master manipulator. There's motives behind what they're doing, right? When I see this merry motive, a merry motive can be so many different things in so many various ways. But when I see it with this tall tale, that tells me there's a lot of deception there. There's a lot of falsified truths that are being manipulated surrounding a particular situation. And Capricorn, I want to say stuff like this has come out for you in the past. So be careful of the company that you keep as Spirit is giving it to me. Because are they serving their highest good, or are they genuinely invested in you? And that's really something that you want to pay attention to. Because we know people can be deceptive if they think they're going to gain something somehow, or they're trying to control situations. The divine matrix, I would just want to say that that what you're seeing from them as you've sat back complacent and observed has been a bunch of bullshit. And then you have storyteller behind that, another 8. You have 3 8s. 888 could be important to you, or you may be seeing those numbers. I don't know why I want to say some of you may be 88 years old. I'm not sure what that's about, but but if you're tuning in at with Tarot at 88, bless you. Welcome to the channel, definitely. The messages this morning coming in for you guys are pretty specific. Spirit is also saying the summer of 88. So to me, this could be a reflecting, going back to a certain time frame. So I don't know. This could be healing that is coming through from a time frame of that. You could have been born in 88. I don't know why those numbers are coming through so strong for me. But very, very, Spirit's very, hey, this is what's happening, right? So discern that message accordingly as well. I think that somebody's kind of held you up, and it's almost like you're walking into the light of a situation. You're walking into the truth of a situation. You're starting to recognize maybe where they've kept you in the dark in the past. I get this feeling of you like walking through these woods, coming into this light, coming out of some type of illusionary energy. It kind of reminds me of the moon. Just recognizing it. I almost feel too, these messages are wild this morning. It kept, when I say it kept you in the dark, like with this tall tale with Pinocchio sitting on this hat, like I almost feel like they've kept you enclosed in that hat. I almost feel like it's kind of like you behind the scenes, like, let me out of here, like I'm ready to get up and get going. Like, it's like you're knocking on the door of their lies, their deception, their, whatever this is that they've been pulling or trying to, master manipulate certain energies and situations. So, got the chills, goodness. Always my confirmation there. Sneezes and the chills and all the weird stuff that happens for me. 5 stars, what is that? The number 5 may have significance to this as well. Like you may have talked to this person, or maybe in a situation, which usually includes people somehow, about your dreams, hopes, and wishes, or what you planned on doing. But I feel like what they're wanting to do is superseding what's important to you. So again, discern that accordingly. One more card, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. Tender embrace. Love bombing. Definitely, if this is relationship stuff, they know how to pull at your heartstrings. Whoever this, it doesn't even have to be a relationship. This could be a friend. This could be family. This could be anybody, right? But it's very much tied to your foundations. It's very much tied probably to your home, or what makes you stable. So again, if this could be work, something like that. But they tend to love bomb. They come in with you know, they may appear to be compassionate towards you. They may appear to care about things. They may appear to listen to you. And I'm getting this picture in my mind's eye where it's like they come to you and they listen. Oh yes, you know, they're almost like passive about things, but yet I think, you know, during a conversation or some communication that you are having with whoever this is, like your gut's telling you, your intuition is telling you they're not paying attention. If you've got a question whether or not someone is truly listening to what you've got to say, when you're speaking to them, that comes up. You feel like you're not being heard. You feel that way for a reason, Capricorn, because they're not. Your intuition is nudging you. I can feel this you know, as a Scorpio, you know, Capricorn, you're not your next door neighbor almost in the zodiac. You've got a sense of heightened intuition when you feel like you're not being listened to. And I'm getting that same feeling like I would if I was like listening, you know, talking to somebody and I'm like, wait a second, they're not even tuned in to me, right? It's that kind of energy of you almost pause. And when you catch yourself pausing in conversation or communication with this person, there's your red flag, or as I like to call them, yellow flags. There's the yellow ones before the red ones, right? Like if you know they're not listening and you're finding all these little truths out later on, there's your red flags, right? So it's like you're fully aware that something doesn't feel right about a particular situation. I think you hope that you could bring harmony and balance into this somehow with the rose's kiss. It's like, but as beautiful, you think about it, a rose bush, like as beautiful as it might be, it still has thorns on it. It can still hurt you. It can still harm you. So I just want to say, be very careful of the company that you're keeping. Be very mindful of the people that you're dealing with. I don't give a shit if it's friends. I don't give a shit if it's family. I don't give a shit if it's, you know, your spouse after, 30 years. Pay attention, because this person, that 9 energy, very independently owned and operated. And they like to pull the strings of operating other things. When that even includes mastering and manipulating how you work. So I would be very cautious. And there's another star. Like they may be coming at you. There's a lot of stars on these cards that are being pulled. I don't think, no, they're not on all of them. There's little things, but not, to me, it's just like, you may have something that they're trying to gain. And I know this has come out before, Capricorn. If you're dealing with the same person in the same situation, it's talking about that complacency. Why are you doing that? And that's really what you ask yourself. Why are you just sitting back and watching these things happen and not making movement? It's very, very important. So interesting for you guys. All right, for Capricorn. As much as I love tarot cards, I love oracle cards. You get all kind of stuff from them. I love it. All right, Spirit for Capricorn. Let's take that one. I feel like you're investing a lot of energy and time into this situation too. You could be selling yourself short. I'm going to take these. I've been only doing 2, but I'll take this third one. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest that I need. I feel like when you're leaving conversation or communication with this person, I really get that heavily. It's almost like you start to doubt yourself. You start to, it's like almost like, even if they don't say something directly to you that makes you feel bad, you leave a conversation or a situation feeling exhausted from it, is how this comes through to me. Like they drain your energy. It's like energy vampires. Like you know, you can talk to somebody and they could be nice and they could say certain things, but you walk away and you're just like, oh, like I just feel so tired. I feel so worn out. I feel so drained. You know, those are energy vampires. Like there's something about them that they just blood suck every bit of your energy out of you. And I feel like that's what you're dealing with. Balancing the brain. I can be and do all at once. to me, this balancing the brain is about you coming to terms with the situation for what it is. Stop, it's like getting your heart and your head on the same plane about the situation. Very much needed to do that. It's like if you feel compassion, if you feel, you want to be kind to this person for some reason, but your head is telling you this, what they're giving back in return doesn't make sense. Your mind is warning you. Your intuition is warning you. Your higher guidance is warning you. It's time to pay attention to that. Deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in my way. And I'm going to say to you on that note too, it gives me the idea of an owl. The owl is old. The owl is wise. The owl is put together. He sits back. He observes. He comes out at night. That kind of thing, right? I think the belief here is that you're hoping to see something more from them on a higher plane. Like you want to see something better of them. You're not catching that. And I think when I talk about these lies in the beginning of the video, you want to believe that everybody might be good. You want to believe that they have your best interest. You want to believe in something higher than what you're being shown. I've said it before in many of the videos, and I'm going to say this again, Capricorn. People will always show you who they are. Believe them. And if you get the slightest bit of doubt in their story or of what there is that they're giving you, that doubt is creeping up for a reason. Even if you've had past trauma, even if you've had past heartbreak, even if you're being triggered, it's because you've been there before. Pay attention to those feelings. I feel like your gut is screaming at you, going, are you awake? Are you paying attention? Do you see how this doesn't add up? This doesn't make sense. But you're hoping to be able to give love in a way to this person or this situation. They're not going, you can do that, right? You've got free will. You can always do whatever you want to do. But understand, I think the important thing here for you to understand is it's not going to change who they are. I'm going to be completely blunt. You can polish a pile of shit and it's still going to be shit. There's no other way to explain that, just to put it in rough Scorpio context, as I would call it for what it is. You can't change who they are. It's not your job to change them. They're happy living this falsified illusion of whatever this situation is, and they're looking out for number one, and that number one is not you. So be mindful of that. All right, guys, we're 17 minutes in. Let's jump into the tarot and see what else comes up. All right, Spirit, for the sign of Capricorn, please. A lot of messages in those few cards. 222 and 888. Capricorn, 222 and 888. All right. You can't make it up. 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands. I talked about that communication. They could be fast talkers. They could be fast movers. They can be fast master manipulators. The communication that they're having with you is not sincere. They will take away everything, and this is all energy to me, in how they come across. And they may be, it's almost like dealing with a car salesman. Fast talker, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever, and blah, 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 blah. 5 minutes later, you've signed a contract for a lease or a car sale, and now you're stuck with a payment for the next 5 years. Same type of energy right there to me, okay? So be mindful. Take your time in making decisions. Take your time. I feel like for most of you, you've taken your time to observe this situation for what it is. And I will say, I brought the car thing up too. Pay attention if you're signing contracts, leases, whatever. We're out of Mercury retrograde, but don't let anybody push you into something that you're not real sure of. If you have any doubt or go, let me think, and they're like, oh, no, it's fine, come on, pump the brakes. Don't make that move. And again, they could come through compassionately, as I just seen that King of Cups on the bottom. Don't entangle yourself, like, long term, right? Like, show me who you are long term. And I feel like if you've been dealing, 3 of Swords, you've been dealing with this long term and it's led to nothing but pain and disappointment, you know that they're not going to change. So what are you waiting for? Why are you sitting still? The adjustments to be made are now. Two of Swords, indecision. Guys, got to get out of your head. You know, if you're overthinking it, worrying about it in this place of just this constant go back and forth. But I feel like that person tries to keep you tied up there as that card sits below the Merry Motive. Like you, again, wanting and hoping for the better from them, but I don't think you're getting that kind of energy in return. Page of Wands. This type of energy, that Page of Wands, is, again, I'm going to stick steadfast to the fact that you're hoping, like, if I give them a little bit, maybe they'll do something differently. Maybe if I, you know, I don't know why I want to say cook a meal, but that's what come up. If I cook a meal for them or whatever, or I'm nicer to them, or I try this approach, or I try that approach. Do you see the energy exchange there is uneven? You're giving and they're taking. They're feeding you a bunch of bullshit and they're still taking, and you're still up here giving. It doesn't matter how you do this. You could offer them the olive branch all you want to. They have no interest in resolving anything. That to me is the key message here. You are constantly being let down by their indecisions. You're constantly being let down by the bullshit stories that they give you. It's almost like you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. So, Capricorn, the Magician in reverse. This does not manifest to work. It's not meant to work. These people, this person, this situation, it's supposed to be a lesson for you. For some of you, I think you just keep hanging on to that lesson and you're not making any forward progress. There's that Seven of Swords. I'm going to take him. Lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like you, as the way this card fell out kind of sideways, I feel like you want to take what is yours and just go. But then it's almost like the energies are split. Like, there you both are, whatever the situation is, dead center. They're taking and manipulating in a selfish sense, where I think there's a part of you way back in the back of the mind that wants to take your shit and go as a form of protection for yourself, but you can't bring your heart and your head together to make a conscious decision for yourself, because you keep trying to give to this. At some point, Capricorn, you're going to get to a point where it's just like, I'm done. You need to. Yeah, look. Five of Cups in the reverse, the Nine of Swords at the bottom. I mean, 5 cards out. We've got three swords on the table. You know, it keeps you up at night. It's driving you crazy. The whole situation is just making you batshit crazy. One more card for Capricorn, please, Spirit. 3 of Cups, again, trying to bring it together, trying to find a way around. I really feel like it's like you're trying to negate, and there's that the Devil and the 8 of Pentacles. Obsessively working on the same thing, and I'm thinking about that 9 of Swords as well, like going back to that. Going back to the same things that caused you pain and strife. I don't see this situation, Capricorn, changing. And I do remember some of the videos. I don't always remember them. The messages are not for me, they're for you guys, so I'm just the conduit. But it's like you just keep trying over and over and over and over again, hoping that the outcome will be different if you give some more. You have got to understand that you are dealing with somebody who will forever take from you. That's all the more they're capable of. And that can be very sad and that can be very disheartening. But they're showing you exactly who they are. And you have to believe them. You know, they're not going to do things any differently than they've ever done before, because why would they? What they've done to get to where they are thus far has worked for them. Not saying that it's right, not saying that they won't, karmic consequences aren't in the forefront of their decision making, or not the forefront, but around the bend for them as a result of their decision making. But you don't need to be a part of that. It's not yours. Let them go. People like that, they need to stick them on an island and let them all just torment each other. You could be, this is the second time I've seen Temperance on the bottom, first time with the first deck. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. Ace of Swords, the Truth. Trying to strike a balance there with what is what is transpiring. I feel like your spiritual knowledge, your intuitive knowledge, or higher knowledge of the situation. I kind of want to say to you, why are you watching this? Because you already know. But of course, you know, watch everything, because who knows what else will come out as we go along here. But let's clarify that. Three of Swords and the Magician. The Devil. Again, Capricorn, there you are, right? Or you could be dealing with a Scorpio, too. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. The Devil card. The Devil and the Magician in the reverse. Again, master manipulation to me. You know, I kind of want to say to you, I don't think you recognize the heartbreak that has come, the confusion that has come with this situation. I do think that you're in a space of trying to find your way out of it. I will also say to you that whoever this person is, whatever this person's story is, they see you as having more than them. They see you as being able to give them something that they themselves are not capable of getting on their own. So they keep trying to pull you back into this web of deceit at the end of the day. Virgo, I did Virgo's video yesterday, and there was something in it about deception. I don't know why it's coming up, but you could maybe check that out and see if you got those placements right. Check it out and see how it resonates for you as well. Let's see, Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, Spirit, Two of Swords. Ten of Wands. You know, the Ten of Wands, it's putting down your burdens, and that's what I mean. That Two of Swords, it's like, do I go? Do I stay? Do I continue to entangle myself with this or whatever? Spirit is asking you to lay this shit down, to pick up, pack up, grab your pack mule, load up your pillows. I wanted to say potatoes. Your pillows, your suitcase, and get the hell out of Dodge. It's time to walk away from a situation. You know, they've shown you, again, those lights on that pathway are reminding me, like, they've shown you the way out because they've shown you who they are. And allow yourself to have some happiness. I feel like this is like a thief of joy that you're dealing with at the end of the day, because they always leave you in doubt and confusion. So I think it's very important for you to, like, I don't know why dinner, it's sort of like a dinner bell. Why that keeps coming up for you guys, but it does. I just said they're a thief of joy. What do we got here? The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups. It's what they do. They take everything that makes you happy, and they want to make it into their own. They turn it into their own. They're just, and like I said, the Wheel of Fortune. Something about 2000. I'm going to say that. So I don't know if it's $2,000 in money, if I don't know if it's the year of 2000. Maybe this person entered your life. I'm not sure. But things are, they may have sustained a loss of some sort, which leads them back to you somehow, that they want to, Spirit is saying reconcile. And to me, this reconciliation of this situation is for their benefit, not for yours. Wheel of Fortune, karmic stuff, right? It's the wheel. It's turning. When it's in the upright, it's a positive turn of events. It can be karmic ties. It can be, you know, karma starting to balance out, as we see in the Temperance card. It could be lots of different things. But I will say, it's like, again, this split energy of the light and the dark as to which way to go for you. You know exactly what you need to do. Your intuition isn't lying to you, Capricorn. You're very intuitive. So make the move. Make the move. Some of you need to move, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. All right, this Page of Wands. You know, I talked about the olive branch in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. There you go, right? I'm not a big fan of the Page of Wands, just as a reader myself. Like, I don't know, this one's okay sometimes. I feel like he's full of a lot of bright ideas. I don't think that he thinks them through. You know, Pages, immature, act young, can be younger. But this High Priestess is, you know, you refusing to know, or refusing to listen to your intuition on the matter. I keep seeing this Ace of Cups show its face. You know, I think, again, you think if you just keep giving a little bit more, it'll change the, you know, change the chain of events. this Four of Swords, it's asking you to heal. You maybe even like in a sleep mode over this right now, just kind of turning a blind eye, going into retreat, you know, hunkering down, getting that rest, as we talked about with one of the mantra cards a little bit ago. You know, kind of turning a blind eye because you just don't want to deal with it. You don't know what to do with it. It's very simple. I say simple, but it may not be that simple for you, but it's time to get up and walk away. Oh, cheese and crackers. All right, we got the Three of Cups, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups in the reversed, or reversed. 333, by the way. Nine of Wands. Hard fought battles, right, to get to this place. It's going to be different for all of you, but I'm just going to be honest with you always what I get here. The King of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse, following the other energies. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Scorpio, potentially a Cancer as well. Somebody here to me is offering you a way out somehow. The Knight of Cups, though, on the other hand, he's a slimy, charismatic car salesman kind of deal. Like, here, let me spit on this and let me make it shiny for you. They can sell you a really good offer, but they're not being honest with their intentions. I do feel like you've got support from a water sign elsewhere that would be beneficial to you, or they are trying to give you advice. Hell, it could even be me giving you this advice as I sit here as a water sign myself. That you've fought a battle and now it's time to heal the self. The Tower, it's like you propping up. You know, you go in, you learn the wisdom, you sit with it as the Hermit, right? But that Tower in the reverse, and there you are again, Capricorn, Scorpio energy to me. You're propping up something that's the inevitable. You're going to keep refighting these battles with this situation or person over and over. You're going to be, it's like month after month after month after month. You're coming to the same conclusion, but you've got to do something. You know, it's like bitching, complaining about things and then never doing anything to change it. If you want it to change and you're watching the things play out around you and nothing around you is changing, you're going to have to be that change. You're going to have to make a different decision than you've ever made before. That can be extremely uncomfortable, but it's going to be necessary for things to be different moving forward. So I think that's the very important thing here. All right, Capricorn, let's get some advice from the Kuan Yin deck. All right, advice for Capricorn, please, Spirit. Sisters of the Sun Rising. You are a highly creative being with the ability to help raise the vibration of consciousness on this planet through your creative projects and dreams. Remain open to other souls joining forces with you, just like the Sisters of the Sun Rising, who bring great energy to help humanity through their group endeavors. When you allow for aligned group effort, wonderful things can happen. I will say to you, the last set of cards here that I laid out, I think that you don't think that you have support, maybe, but you do. And I think that's what this is foretelling of, is that, you know, if you've done these things with a particular person a certain way for so long, and the flip side to that is there is somebody down here that's willing to help you, who's willing to love you, who's willing to align with you, who can move you out of the space that you're in or help readjust your own self somehow. You've got that support available to you. So if you feel like you don't have a way to go or somewhere to turn or someone to talk to, I think you're missing that key component. Not that those people or that support is not in your life, because I think that it is, or if not, they're going to show up. But you also have to be willing to take that plunge and open up to those people. So the Spirit is saying call them. So for some of you, you may know exactly who I'm talking about. If you reach out, they're going to be there. And I look over, what do we have? Overcoming fear. I will transcend every loss. You'll be fine moving forward. And Spirit is saying out on your own. Out on your own, whatever that means to you. So heavy stuff, Cappy. But You know, I think this is a reminder to you. I really do. I think it's a reminder of, I just feel like the last 6 months or so you've been dealing with a lot of the same thing. Don't carry that forward. We're moving into, you know, sunny weather. Well, it depends on where you're at, but it's sunny, it's beautiful here. Like, move yourself into that warm, enlightened energy. Get out of this muckery that's happening and transpiring around you. It is just not worth the energy and effort. Trust a person's, they may not be honest, but trust what they show you, because the actions will always speak louder than their words. You know, times 10, always. All right, Capricorn, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. If you found this video resonated for you, please hit the like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment. Keep your comments appropriate and nice as always. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. holisticallyzenwv.com as well, where you'll find my holistic business, working on the mind, the body, and the spirit collectively, so that we can completely work on every aspect of the self to be our higher selves. And again, you'll find gemstones, crystals, incense, herbs, all kind of stuff we do on there, and then a list of my other personal services as well, which can be done via distance. So feel free to reach out. All right, guys, I'm sending you so much love. Be done with this craziness. It's not worth it. You're worth more than that. Sending you all the love in the world. Talk to you soon. 363699, by the way, which breaks down to another 9. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.